Alright, we are rolling. Hey YouTube, it's the Hawkinator here. This is sort of like an update video. I went to Des Moines Regionals on Saturday. Today's Monday, so it's a little late making this video. But let me say, I just had a blast. Like, I cannot believe how much fun I had there. Like, that was the first tournament I've ever gone to, and like, it was amazing. It was so much fun. My hotel was awesome. The people I met, they were awesome. I made so many I made a lot of new friends. I went 4-4 with my Machina Gadget deck that I'm going to show you. I don't think that's too bad for being my first tournament. 4-4, breaking even. I got 67th out of 144, so that's pretty good. I think I at least beat half the people there, and so I was just really happy with how I did, and it was a really good experience for everything there. I lost to a Flame Veil Synchro Cat and an X-Saber deck. Both those decks just got a Catastrophe out in the field and shut me down, and I never drew into my destruction, so I couldn't get rid of them and lost. I lost another game to a Macro Battle Fader deck that was actually really freaking good, and I think he got a national invite too. The guy I played, top 32, got nationals invites. Then I played a Hopeless Dragon deck, which I lost the time, which really made me angry. We got deck checked game 3, so the judge checked our decks. Mine was fine. His had a bent Mirror Force, so if you like felt it like that, you could tell it was Mirror Force. So he was given 3 minutes to get a new Mirror Force. Came back with 7 seconds to spare. We got a 10-minute extension. We dueled for 10 minutes. Both of us were locked down, like I had sighted in and Consecrated Lights and Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors. He locked them down, but all of his dragons were in defense position, and I couldn't attack over them with my gadgets. 10 minutes were up. The judge gave us 4 turns. Whoever had the most life points, 4 turns won. He won by, he had 7,600 and I had 7,200 because I'd used the brain control earlier in that match, so I lost. I was a little peeved about that, but oh well. And other than that, I actually played a lot of Hopeless Dragon. I played 3 Hopeless Dragon. The other decks I beat were obviously the 2 other Hopeless Dragon. I beat a weird like Twilight Fairy Blackwing deck, and then another like really weird Relinquished Ritual deck. It was like way out of left field, but I beat it. So gonna show you the deck that I brought here and just kind of talk about it a little bit. 3 Machina Fortress. I was spamming this guy left and right, and he is so good. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get hit by the ban list. Pretty much I destroy him. You get to destroy a card they control, and then you discard 8 stars again to bring him back out and repeat the process again. So he keeps coming back. He's so good. 3 Gear Frame to search Fortress out, search my force out to discard him. Pretty much Stratos, and plus he's 18, so that's really good. He's actually a good beater as well. I threw in Peacekeeper after I tested him a little bit. I found out he works like a Sengan, and you can add Gear Frame to your hand to search out a fortress or a force to make a big play next turn, so that's really good. And 1 Machina Force, really good discard fodder for fortress. Never dead drew him at all with him at 1. 2, maybe I could see him being a dead draw, but at 1 I never dead draw him. Plus towards the end of the day I started sighting him out a little bit. So 3 Ancient Gear Galvatron Dragons. This guy is so great in this deck. Soars right over your opponent's spells and traps when he attacks. He's 3k beat. He's really good to get out. Awesome discard fodder because you can special summon him from the graveyard with Geartown. So really great discard fodder. He's kind of like my extra forces that I don't run. Plus I get to actually use him to attack. So really good. Stoplight, 2 green, 2 red, 2 yellow. Awesome gadget. Amazing +1s off them. And then I ran 2 Scrap Recyclers to do exactly what he said, recycle my gadgets. Plus, foolishing a Machina Fortress to your graveyard and never hurt anybody, which is, what I pretty much use this effect for, to get Fortress in my graveyard as well. For spells, 3 Geartown. Pretty much I would set this card face down on the field, and then somehow whenever I got destroyed on the field, I would special summon an Ancient Gear, get Geartown Dragon from that. Or else I'd use the Magical Hat combo that I showed in my last video to get them out. But pretty much I would set this face down, and people were like, oh, I know that's Geartown. It's like, well, good for you, just get rid of it then, let me get my beast out. I was playing a Hopeless Dragon deck, and he actually Sky Scourged Norlaris to the field using that Phantom of Chaos. He had Sky Scourged Norlaris in his graveyard. use Chaos Effect to copy it, and then nuke the field in my hand. And I was like, okay, cool. So I got a free Ancient Gear Geartown Dragon out of it, and he drew one card and couldn't do anything for me for the rest of the duel. It was like bad move on his. It was actually pretty funny. 2 Solidarity, make my gadgets 2k beats and just boost everything else up to amazingly high attack. Limiter, staple for machines. Pot of Avarice, really good late game, mid game, recycling all my monsters back to my deck to draw 2, good draw power. Brain, I top decked this one time and had it won me my last duel of the day. It was duel 3 of match 8, and I top decked it and won with it, so I'm really happy I put that in there. I actually got a gold heavy there, which is pretty cool. It's a little, the title's a little rubbed off, but hey, it's gold heavy and I got it for $2, so it's cool. I got it from the vendor. Lightning, Destruction, MST, Destruction, 2 Smash Ground, more Destruction. I kind of wish I would have had a third one, or maybe put in a Fissure or something to help me get over those catastrophes that locked me down, but I never drew into it, so what's done is done. When I improve this deck, I will probably try and fit in another Smashing Ground. Traps. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, I use this a lot. And then that X-Saber guy I played, really smart, he Prohibition Bottomless Trap Hole, so I was like, oh, good game, sir, because he beat me, he just mopped the field with me then. Solemn Judgment, really good negation. I didn't use it very much, but it was there when if I ever needed it, I had it, but I never used it, so. Mirror Force, I did Mirror Force a lot of Hopeless Dragon swarms, so that was really good. Torrento, I didn't use this because I was afraid of losing my field presence, but it was there, and I could have used it, things would have got nasty, but I never needed to use it. Not saying I would take it out, it was just I never used it. Deprison, really good at 2. 3 is a little bit of an overkill because you might dead draw if all your opponent's monsters are removed from play, and then you're still pressing really hard and you draw a Deprison. It's like, oh, you know, could have used like a Heavy Storm or something to push for game. And then 2 Magical Hats, really good with Geartowns, you know. I used that combo 3 times, and both times my opponent couldn't do anything to the 2K, or the 2 Ancient Gear Geartrons that were out. Just mopped them up. Extra deck, Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon ×2. I was expecting this guy to get used against me all the time, but never once did anybody Fortress Dragon my machine, so that was a little surprising. I never got System Downed either, or Acid Rained, you know. Nobody cited those in. I was just like, wow. Maybe it's because the good players were all, you know, at the higher tables, and I just never played them, but those were there in case anybody left the Cyber Dragon out for me. These synchros were in my deck because I did main brain control, so if I ever, you know, brain controlled like a Krebons or something that was stalling out, I could have synced pretty much Black Rose, nuke the field, Stardust, Cataster, Ancient Fairy, pop off a Geartown if I could, Brionic, Thought Ruler, and Colossal. Those were the only good synchros that I had on me, so that's why I ran them. And my side deck. I did not use my side deck as much as I thought I would. I surprisingly, like I said, I just played a lot of Hopeless Dragons, so that's pretty much all I cited him for. And then that Flameville Cat, well, Consecrated Light, cited that in against all the dark decks, or decks that use dark monsters. 3 Noblemen of Crossout, I was expecting to go against a lot of Flameville Cat. I only went up against 1, and I never drew my Noblemen, so I lost to that because I never got rid of his Rykos. But that was there. Soul Release for Graveyard Dependency. I used this on Hopeless Dragon and just removed from play all their Red Eyes, Dark Dragons, like Wyverns and Darkness Metal Dragons from the graveyard, and they couldn't do anything. Their deck was dead then once those were removed from play. So really good against them. Starlight Road, I mained this against the X-Saber, and I never drew it, so that was the only time I cited it in. Light Imprisoning Mirror, I cited this along with my 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors against that Lightsworn, or not Lightsworn, Fairy Blackwing deck, and then I also did my Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors against all those dark decks that I played really good. I drew it a lot when I needed it, so I'm glad I had it in there. Return from the Different Dimension, like I said, I was expected to get System Down left and right, and it never happened, so I never used that, but that's why it was in there. 2 Dust Tornado for back row dependency, like Gladiator Beasts. I never played a Gladiator Beast deck, but I know they were there, but that was there against them to help pop off their chariots and stuff. Decree for the same reason, just really trap heavy decks, counter them, and then 2 trap stuns to counter more Gladiator Beasts, more trap heavy decks, Blackwings. That was my side deck. All in all, it was a really great day. just really fun. I had brought this awesome mat. Has Ubel and Jaden when he's from season 4 with when he has Ubel's spirit in him. I wrote down slow down and think up here because when I was testing a lot, I was just going way too fast and making a lot of bad plays. So I didn't make any bad plays, I don't think. I know one time I could have summoned Fortress when I didn't, which it didn't cost me the game. It just kind of made it last a little bit longer. So all in all, I'm really happy with what I did, and I'm still planning on improving this deck. I got a little bit of like just a 1-for-1 in the change of synchron. Just get some tuning going with this deck, you know. Make my extra deck a little not as worthless. But thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Take care. I will see you guys next time. Yeah, that's it. Bye.